Alright guys, I'm already getting DMs and clients emailing me, Florina, what do I do about Thanksgiving? It's such a freaky time, right? So everyone associates the holidays with totally ruining your diet, falling off track, giving up your goals. Here's how I approach the holidays. Number one, we fast. Which is nothing new because I tell you guys we fast every day anyways, but specifically on the holidays and parties, fasting is our savior. Now, not most people can fast till the party because sometimes parties start a little later. Ours is starting at 4. Chances are I may break that fast. But what I do is I eat a small meal, something that is not too high in fat, preferably protein, so you can do like a protein shake, a clean one. And the reason for this is because usually at the party, or even when you go out to eat at restaurants or anything, you're always gonna get a whole bunch of fat and carbs. You're always kind of lacking protein. So for that reason, I like to do something with a little bit of protein and make sure I do eat enough protein. Now for those people who say, what are you talking about? The main dish is turkey. Do you really eat that much? Do you eat that much to reach your goals? I highly doubt it. So for that reason, a little tiny protein meal ahead of time is pretty good. And then when the party comes and everybody has had breakfast and lunch and maybe a snack in them, they are very limited and they can't enjoy this Thanksgiving meal, and they're kind of like, oh, I feel so guilty. Should I binge? Should I not binge? What should I do? And then it's like this whole like stress for them. And we walk in the door and we're like, hey, my slate is clean. Let me start eating, and you can enjoy the party and eat all that glorious food. Secondly, the one that everyone asks me, how do I track macros for, you know, a party like this where I'm not in control of the food? You don't. You do not track. Don't even try tracking. You, like on Thanksgiving or when you have parties like this, you are eating everything and a little bit of everything and trying a new dish, and I don't know if I even liked it, I'm gonna toss that out. You don't know what you ate. So don't even bother tracking. However, having a tracking experience does help. Like for people who have been tracking for a while, like my husband and myself, we know portion sizes, so we kind of understand, hey, are we eating enough? Are we not eating enough? So for that reason, it's awesome to be able to track prior or kind of a long time. That way you know portion sizes and you know what to expect. But tracking is gonna be difficult. Don't even bother with it. This is a holiday, have fun. It should be lifestyle friendly. Don't even try tracking. Now the third tip, eat enough. Seriously though, a lot of people undereat. Now they don't think they undereat because they walk in, they see all this food, and in their head they've ate it all. So when they start eating, they don't eat that much because they already associate, I'm gonna overeat, I'm gonna overeat. Now this isn't the case for everyone. A lot of people do overeat as well. Well, not a lot of people. Some people do overeat as well, but the majority undereat. What happens when you undereat is you get bloated, and it's not the same thing as getting bloated from a food that may bloat you for 24 hours. When I undereat, it affects me for like 3 days, and that is so discouraging. For somebody who doesn't quite understand their body or how it works, bloating for 3 days to them is like, I got fat from Thanksgiving, I'm throwing my goals out the window. This is not, you know, I can't sustain it, I can't stay fit, I can't stay lean. So then they get really discouraged and they stop when it was really just you underate, and now you're like paying for it for 3 days. But if you're just good and you get back on track, you should be fine in 3 days. But yeah, it takes a little while. I aim to overeat. Now I know that sounds weird because like, who wants to overeat? Anyone who's fit, anyone who works out, or at least 3 times a week, you will not be affected by overeating the way somebody who doesn't do anything. Now say I decide I'm gonna have 300 calories for Thanksgiving. Cool, right? Nothing is gonna happen to me, nothing at all. I am going to probably wake up extremely lean. Yes, I overate that day, but people have to get this idea that if you overeat one day or you eat a certain food, you're gonna get fat. It's not the case. It takes a while to gain fat. That's why it takes a while to burn the fat, because you didn't just get fat overnight. It was a year of eating terrible or overeating little by little, and it was building up. So one day does not hurt you. I'm not saying always eat 3,000 calories or always overeat, because that obviously is you're gonna start gaining. But if you notice that when you have like a refeed day or you overeat, you will feel very, very lean. So for that reason, I always try and aim to overeat. Well, as I always say, at least it goes towards your gains. Another point I wanted to make, and actually a really good tip, if you do go to your party fasted and you decide to walk in and eat a cookie or one taco or something really small and then take a break because you're talking to people for like 20 minutes, you're gonna totally ruin your appetite. You're gonna send signals to your brain saying, I'm full, I ate, I'm good, and you're gonna lose any appetite whatsoever. Sit down, eat your food within 30 minutes max, I would say. But seriously, sit down, commit to eating your food, and then socialize. This is so important because I don't know how many times we've done it. We walk in, we eat something, then we start talking, and I'm like, I am not hungry, nor do I find anything here appealing. There's just something about eating a little bit, waiting 20 minutes, your brain signals, hey, I'm full, I'm satisfied, I'm good, and then you undereat, which really, really sucks. That's why when we get our food, and like if I'm eating and I start talking, he's like, shh, eat. Finish eating your plate. Because lately, you know, sometimes I find it hard to eat, or like mid-meal I'd be like, oh, I don't want to eat anymore. I waited too long, or I took too long to eat. Also tip, like if you work, take a break. Always take a break, because I used to take my food to the computer while sending emails. I would forget to eat, and then I look at my plate and I'm like, I still gotta eat that? Ugh, I'm not hungry, I have no appetite, I don't want to eat that. If you just take the break, eat really quickly, go to your computer, you're good. Now, there are certain things you can't control, like foods that just bloat you. And you probably didn't even know because you never ate this food before. This is the problem when eating at Thanksgiving. Like you eat something new, your body doesn't know, didn't react well to, or somebody just overloads on salt too much and their dish had a ton of salt in it, so it bloats you. Or you just absolutely don't like the food, which absolutely sucks, because this has happened to us. Funny story, but not so funny. We fasted, we did so well, we actually pushed our fast really good, right? Remember? And then we go to the Thanksgiving dinner and we didn't like anything.
It was 6 p.m.
It was 6 p.m. We did not like anything. I forcefully ate this Hawaiian bun bread, which tasted good, and I loaded it with like mashed potatoes, and that's all I was eating because I didn't like anything at all. I gave it to my daughter as well. My husband was just like, I'm not gonna eat any of this, I don't like it. I got really, really bloated, not only because I underate. We did go home and try to stuff our face as much as possible, but we're talking about a very short time period to eat all the calories that I needed to eat. So I did get bloated from undereating, but that bread, I'm telling you guys, that is like, it should be illegal, because Lila had a little bit. Thank God I didn't keep giving it to her. I had like 3, but that was like my only source of food at the moment. And I got so bloated and painful, and it was just that bread, and it was horrible. Lila's belly was huge. I'm like, I hope she doesn't feel the pain I feel, but I did eat a lot, so
I didn't.
He didn't eat any. He didn't eat any bread at all. He was a little bloated from under eating, but he was not bloated. Like, he looked at me like, there's something wrong with your stomach. Like, I look pregnant.
And then we checked
it was terrible. And Lila, yeah, she was like, it wasn't just a toddler belly. It was like huge. Like, I felt so bad. I'm like, I gave her poison. Anyways, if we go to the store, we'll try to snap it, because tomorrow we're just gonna be on Snapchat. Obviously, I'm not gonna record anything. No one's gonna care to watch anything after Thanksgiving passes. So we'll show you guys like preparations and what we're cooking and all that fun stuff. So be sure to follow me on Instagram for that. And I will do the bread if I remember. I think most people know it. It's like the Hawaiian buns, but if you don't, and I see it in stores, I'll snap it for you guys. So my tips summed up: fast if you can, if your schedule allows you to. Don't try to track, that's crazy. That's a stress that is not even necessary. Eat enough, make sure you eat enough, guys. And lastly, understand, most importantly, one day will not make you fat, one meal will not make you fat. What you do consistently every day, what you do more of, is the outcome of your results. Most importantly, enjoy your day, have fun. It only happens once a year anyways, so. Pig out. Pig out. Eat all that delicious, glorious food. Alright, so I'm gonna go get my workout in. It's just cardio and upper body. It's gonna be a quick session, but it makes me feel good and guilt-free, so I can enjoy tomorrow. I always say that I'm gonna get a workout in tomorrow. Pfft, with everything we have to do, it never happens. Alright, so let's go. So as always, we're gonna start with the jump rope, 1 pound jump rope. I'm getting better. I can do 100 reps before some part of me starts to give in, which is usually my shoulders. They give in first because of all that work you gotta do. An awesome thing we just got to improve our home gym further. This is a pull-up bar, but you can do a lot with it. You can work your triceps, work on your back. I also wanted it for abs, so you could do leg raises on it. I want to use it more for strength. I used to do pull-ups before my breast augmentation, and I was pretty proud of myself because I can get in quite a few reps. And then that happened and I kind of been staying off of it, but just for strength reasons, I want to be able to hold myself. I was telling him I think that's kind of an important thing, is to be able to hold yourself. So for that reason, I want to kind of train my body to be able to do that again.
So in case you need to hang.
Yeah, I'm like, in case I'm ever hanging from somewhere and I need to hang there for like 2 minutes, I can do it without dying. I was like, so I think it's kind of an important thing to be able to do. It's like, man, you're really fit, but you can't hang. So for that reason too, so for that reason, I want to start training and be able to gain my strength back. Pretty neat find, as always. It'll be in the description of the video if you're also interested. But we'll set it up and show you guys two pairs of shoes. The magic you can achieve with a stick and some rubber. It's amazing. Alright, so that's it, guys. If you guys like the kind of videos I post with the tips and all the fun stuff, workouts, be sure to show your support with a thumbs up. It would motivate me to continue. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, most importantly, so you don't miss out on any of my videos. And until next time, bye guys.